got another topic to get to, and this is something I think that's interesting because people have been monitoring this. And, a lot of us have been, for the longest time, we've kind of been like, oh, fuck, Sideshow's playing games. They're fucking around. They're doing some fucking whatever shit that's just not that serious, right? So, but I think a lot of times what's happening now, I'm starting to change my tune because what we're seeing the 40th edition of Darth Vader on low stock for the collector's edition. The deluxe edition is still readily available. However, the collector's edition is low stock officially. And then on top of that, this has not changed as of recent, but essentially the Spider-Man Deluxe Edition, new red and blue suit, the new Grail suit for many Spider-Man fans, has been waitlist for quite some time. Sideshow ain't fucking playing around. I'm starting to think that this is legitimate, that they are serious. They're saying they're not going to tell you what the window is, but they have set a predefined window of saying, okay, we want to see how many orders we get over this many months or weeks or whatever, and then we'll decide to close it or not close it. They are tired of sitting on dead stock, clearly. So I'm starting to wonder, are we about to enter a new era, Kiko? Because for the last couple of years, we have been spoiled. We have been able to wait and wait and wait and pre-order later or not at all, or buy a discount and then get things super cheap or wait for another collector to sell it and get it for half price. But Sideshow is starting to limit the production. And we saw the first domino with Cad Bane, right? Cad Bane, yes, you can still get him at Pop Culture. You can still find him certain places for a reasonable price. You can still get Cad Bane. However, I do want people to note this, Kiko, before you go. I said this, you guys knew about this. My Cad Bane had a slight issue, right? And I got it from Sideshow. Sideshow's customer service is fantastic. However, due to limited stock, I just got the figure in. They said, we do not have replacement parts because that figure is sold out. It's waitlisted, right? So Sideshow's amazing customer service, people do need to realize if they don't have extra stock of these figures, they may not have the replacement part that you need. So they will offer me fairly enough for what they have. They said, send it back for a full refund or keep it and suck it up. That's basically what they told me. So, and I said, all right, I'm going to keep it because it's not that big of a deal. I'll suck it up. I still love Cad Bane. So, but that's going to be something people need to factor in. But Kiko, are we entering a new era here? Because this is not Reva. This is not the Grand Inquisitor. This is Darth Vader and Spider-Man we're talking about. What do you think's happening here?
I think this is fine and much needed. We've talked about this ad nauseum on multiple streams that there had to be, just as Anakin brought balance to the Force, there had to be a balancing of this market. And the gone are the day, because I mean, think about how many times your collecting strategy over the past 2 years potentially changed when you're like, I'm not pre-ordering anything, especially because, I can find it for $100, $200 off, depending on who the figure is. And now you have to be intentional in what it is that you're getting and start thinking through whether or not you really want something. And I think that will either push people at first to pre-order things that they don't really want and then find out, I didn't want this in the end when it's all said and done. Or you will start to really refine your collection and cultivate it and say, hey, I know as soon as this Spider-Man I'm just using this as an example. As soon as this Spider-Man came out for pre-order, day one pre-order, baby, we'll bring the Dopo fans back out again. The Dopo Club is back. Because if that's the case, and this is your favorite figure, whatever your favorite character is, if you know that this is going to be potentially the new, then okay, you're going to get serious about which one it is, and you're going to make sure to secure it. Now, I want to keep specifying this, like if you are serious about a figure that you have to have, for example, let's keep using this one. It's been up for a while. It's not like it went away in a day, a week, or weeks. You had plenty of time to think about whether or not you wanted to get it and put a 10% deposit down if you're getting from Sideshow, of course, and call it a day. I'm fine with that. It's where you're 2.5 years from the announcement to release, and then you're just sitting with them in the warehouse, and they're like, hey, here's our Sideshow 25% off deal. Act now before 9 Eastern to be able to get this special deal before it's gone. I think Sideshow's sick of that. I'm sick of that. And yeah, let's go. Let's be intentional about which ones we want to get. Stop FOMOing. If that's your thing, I think this will squash FOMO real quick because you're not going to be able to say, okay, I FOMO'd like 5 orders that I didn't really want. I'm going to be selective on which ones I really want now. It's balance, and it's going to bring things back to normal. And I think hopefully give a little more value to what it is that we pick. And I know that's a dirty word to talk about value when it comes to your collectibles. But let's be honest. No one likes saying, hey, in search of this well below retail. No one likes that because, as I said, and Will, you've talked about this on a video, the worst happens. You need to pay a bill. The first thing you liquidate is not your refrigerator. It's not, the things that are really important in your house. It's the things that are expendable. Your figures, your clothes, your shoes, whatever it may be. You get rid of things that, hey, this is non-essential. So wouldn't you like to make sure that if the worst happened, you could maybe get something fair for it? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Well, Dean, what do you think, man? Are we entering a new area? I'm about to run a poll and ask people, are they going to pre-order or not? Right now, it's 88% of people's Hot Toys collectors saying they will pre-order. So this has people's attention. What do you think's going on here, Dean?
Yeah, I think Sideshow started looking at their stockpile of Captain Marvel figures, and when people still wouldn't take them for free, they're like, "Fuck you, people."
Yep.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this a long time ago. With when Carlos was here, we were talking about like how long you should wait to get figures on discount. And I think I said something to the effect of like, this shit's not going to last forever. Like they're eventually going to stop having more than enough figures in stock. And here we are. So it's definitely a thing. Now, Sideshow does have the real bad habit of saying shit is low stock and waitlisted, and then all of a sudden shit starts converting left and right. So we'll see if that's an actual thing. But
I mean, the people in the comments said it, and I'm the one who even said, and I eat my words now, that I was like, there's no way they're not getting more clones in. No clones came. I'm wrong on that one, and I will admit I was wrong on that.
And they did, as of right now, Kiko, they've done the same with Cad Bane. And Cad Bane's not a nobody. Like, he was a very popular figure and character. I know Dean hates him, but
yeah, and there's two versions of deluxe and regular.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess time will ultimately tell one way or the other, but it seems like that's where we're at now, which isn't, I mean, it's like mildly annoying, but like Kiko said, it's like if this figure belongs in your collection, like just pre-order it. Like there's nothing wrong with pre-ordering.
Right. Well, think of another one, Dean. Like, for example, I didn't mean to cut you off, but another one that came in stock for like a day or two is Moon Knight, and now he's waitlist.
Yeah,
and he hasn't come back.
It's kind of a shame because then you have situations like Ahsoka, where it's like everybody that got there is broken, and it's like, well, shit. Now I'm stuck with this figure that I don't even know if I could touch, and then yours breaks, and then it's like, well, we don't have enough to send out to everybody. So it's like you kind of need to wait for a figure that comes out to see like what the issues are and if you want to deal with it. But it's like, but if we can't even do that, it's like you're kind of stuck.
But I would rather be out a non-refundable deposit, and depending on the window,
you're not wrong.
I'd rather be out that than not get a figure. 10% versus 100%.
Well, there was Sideshow too. Like, say my issue with Cad Bane, they were like, "We'll give you a full refund." So they would give me the NRD back and the shipping and all that. So if I had that big of an issue, like Cad Bane was all sorts of fucked up. Like if I had a major issue, and I would just be like, "Yeah, I'll just return it. Then I'll have to go buy it from somewhere else." Like that's
it's kind of like almost forcing you to buy through Sideshow, but you also don't have to. You can buy from the 10 cents of the world.
Yeah.
Because Sideshow doesn't have all the stock in the world. The other people are getting these fucking figures. So it's not impossible. You don't have to pre-order, but it's like, do you want the insurance or not? It's like, rather, like Kiko said, would you rather be out at, $25 or 250, 200?
Well, and because think about it, like, I mean, like I said, you can get it from Pop Culture, but Cad Bane, say I returned it to Sideshow, right? Then I got to go and buy it for more probably from someone else, because other than Pop Culture, they're the only ones. But say they didn't have it. If I had to go buy from Tim Cent, I'm going to pay more than I paid for Sideshow. So that's the problem. So yeah, but it's a mild, like I said, super mild. Like it was the magnet that came loose on my Cad Bane. And he has like a slight little paint thing, but it's super minor. It can be fixed, I think. So it's not a huge deal. But I thought if Sideshow had replacements, they would, I would at least ask, because I was like, well, instead of me trying to fix something myself. But Nothing crazy. But I mean, I have that head sculpt, that faceplate on him right now. Cad Bane is incredible, guys. If you didn't watch my review, watch some of Kiko's reels on it too. Like the other reviews out there also. That Cad Bane is just, I know Dean hates him, but you know.
Will, real quick, could you also do a separate rep and see if you get a different answer?
I could try. Yeah.
Because I
I could
know
try.
depending if you get Betty one day as opposed to Frank, sometimes, if Betty or Frank are having a bad day, they may just tell you to F off. So you may get
Right.
you may get lucky if you try again. At least
Yeah.
you might get a discount coupon.
Yeah, maybe, because they told me, they were like, yeah, we've exhausted all of our Cad Bane stuff. So we don't have it's just a faceplate. I was like, I just need a swappable Stern Stoic faceplate. That's all I need. So nothing else. Everything else is fine. So, but yeah, they were like, no. So